What is up, guys? The Atari 2600 fan is here again, coming at you with another video. Today I'm doing a response to Intellivision Dude. He recently did a video of showing off his Rubik's Cubes and his puzzles, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So I decided to show off a video of my Rubik's Cubes. Now, I don't have as much stuff as he does, but I do have some pretty interesting stuff, and I thought it would be pretty nice to show him off. Now, the first thing I have is a regular 3x3 cube. I was never able to solve one of these. The closest I've ever came to solving one is probably the white side. Not the white side, any side, but I can only solve one side, and maybe half of the other side, but that's about it. As you can see, the green side done right now. And usually I can get the one side done in about 10 to 15 minutes, but I'm not sure how long it would take for me, a beginner, to be able to solve this entire thing. Intellivision Dude did mention that there is this one method. I think he called it the white side. I forgot what he called it, but it has something to do with the white side. So I'm gonna have to look that up on YouTube and try and see if I can do it that way. I doubt I will be able to, but I'll try it. Now, the second type I have is similar to the regular 3x3, but this one is a cheap knockoff. You can probably find these at any Dollar Tree or any dollar store. They're usually in a bin in the front of the store. I'm sure we've all seen these, or at least owned one of these at one point. They really aren't that good. Like, they're not really that high built. I mean, like, they're really fragile. Feel like they're going to break, or other cubes are going to fall off when you're trying to mix it. So I really don't use this one too much when I'm mixing or cubing, whatever you want to call it. That's when I usually use my official Rubik's Cube over here. But one thing I noticed that's really weird about this is that there are actually two white sides, or silver sides here. As you can see, they're a little bit more silvery than white. But there are actually two white sides. As you can see, there's one there, and there's one over here. I'm not sure what the point of that was, but whatever. Now, I think I did solve one of these once, but I remember it kind of being like, I don't know how to describe this, like, I didn't really mix it that much, so I was able to get it solved in about 5 minutes, but that was probably the closest I've ever came to solving a Rubik's Cube, but that's not doing me any justice. I'm not gonna have any justice on solving a Rubik's Cube until I can get this one solved, which I doubt I ever will, but I'll try it. Alright, so that's basically it for these two. Now, I do have another one of these. I have one right here. I have it on a stand on my desk. Now, this one I never took out of the packaging, but it's the same exact cube as this one. Just it's still in its packaging. Here you can see the little tag at the bottom. Looks like it's called the Laser Magic Cube. Yeah, this one I just never took out of its packaging for some reason, but whatever. Let me just put that back on the stand. Now I'm going to be showing off my 2x2s. Now, the first 2x2 I have is a pretty weird one. I found this at a tag sale, and I don't really know how to describe this, but instead of colors, there are pictures on it that you have to try and line up. Now, that could be pretty hard because there can be 3 different sides that have pictures that are similar to another picture, so it'd be kind of hard to get them all solved. But I've never solved this before, but I've been trying to, and it's really hard, but I'm sure I'll be able to do it one day. Alright. Now, this cube right here is an East Sheen 2x2. As you can see, it is very, very small compared to a regular Rubik's Cube. I mean, like, just look how small that is. That's probably the size of a quarter, maybe even smaller than a quarter. Nah, maybe not smaller than a quarter, about the same size, I'd say. But just look how much smaller it is compared to a regular Rubik's Cube. Now, the next Rubik's Cube I have is actually the last cube, and this is another 2x2, but this is a Rubik's Cube. This is actually a cube from Rubik's. This one was from East Sheen. There it is right there, East Sheen. I'm not really sure what the difference of these are, but I've heard that East Sheen is actually better than the Rubik's. So I've just been usually using the East Sheen, and I do not mix this one up because I do not want to try and solve it. But this one has some writing on the side right here. I'm not going to really go off and read it, but it doesn't really bother me. But I'm not going to be mixing this one. But this one's actually, yeah, it's actually pretty much the same size as the regular 3x3. But anyway, like I said, I'm not mixing this one. I'm just using this one for display. Alright, now that's it for the Rubik's Cubes. I have some pickups, not a lot of stuff, but I do have some stuff. Now let me get those stuff. Now, as always, I'm going to be showing the non-related gaming thing first. I'm going to be shutting off, I'm going to leave my lamp on because I'm filming at night. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, I'm filming at night, and the light in my room at night really isn't the greatest for filming, so I'm going to have to keep my desk lamp on for some extra light. I'm hoping it's not going to be too much light, but it's probably going to be better than having to tilt everything just so you can get a good view of it and see what it is. So I'm just going to be using my disc lamp right here. So anyway, the first thing I have right here is this movie right here. This movie is called Zero Day. This movie came out in 2003. It was an independent movie directed by Ben Casco. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but it's my favorite movie of all time. I really enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend picking it up. If you don't know what it's about, it's basically Columbine. That's really all I can say about it. I don't really want to spoil the movie for anybody who hasn't seen it, but it's basically Columbine with its own little twist. So anyway, here I'm going to give you a little view of the back right here, the little description right here. So anyway, yeah, if you haven't seen this movie already, I'd highly recommend seeing it. It's on YouTube, so you could go watch it on YouTube, or you can just buy the DVD. Doesn't really matter what you do. I'd recommend buying the DVD because you get the special features with it, and the special features with the movie are pretty interesting. So anyway, that's it for the non-related gaming stuff. Now for the gaming stuff. I don't really have much gaming stuff, but I do have some pretty good stuff I got at a yard sale today. Just basically all GameCube stuff. But anyway, I got Metroid Prime. I didn't get to play any of these yet, but I looked inside of it. The game is in there, and the manual is in there. Didn't really get to flip through these yet. I also got True Crime New York City. I got this because I heard that the True Crime games are kind of similar to GTA. So I decided to try those out because I love GTA and I like trying to play kind of GTA clones. And I've actually seen some Easter eggs of True Crime in San Andreas. Like there's one called True Grim, I think it was called, and it was basically like a garbage company. And it says like, we'll take out your trash. And yeah, it was called True Grim, and it had like the font of True Crime. So I decided to get this. Haven't played it yet. I have True Crime Streets of LA on the PS2. I played that and it's pretty good, so I decided to try out the New York City version. Now this right here is The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Wakes. The Wind Wakes. Haven't gotten to play any of these yet, but I decided to get this because I know that Zelda games always usually cost a lot of money or go for quite a bit. I haven't really seen this one before, so I'm not sure how rare this is or how much it goes for. But the disc is there and the manuals are in there. So yeah, that's about it for the games. But I do have a magazine. I got this in the mail. This is just Game Informer. I flipped through it. Nothing really too interesting. I mean, like, just modern games. I don't really care much about modern games unless it's something like GTA. Then I'd care about it, but other than that, I really don't care about modern gaming. But that's about it. That's my Rubik's Cube video and my pickups video for today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and have a nice day. Bye.